What's up, guys? Thanks so much for clicking on the video. My name is Leah, and baby, let's get into the drama of it all. So in this video, this is probably going to be another light drama video because it's not really deep topics to talk about, but we're going to be talking about Real Housewives of Potomac, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, as well as Real Housewives of New York. So let's get into it. All right, y'all. So let's talk about Real Housewives of Potomac. So it looks like they have taken their first cash trip. Now, y'all know normally on all the franchises, they take one cash trip that's domestic, and then they take the cash trip that's the big one. It's normally international. So their cash trip that's going to be domestic, they're going to the Queen City, aka Charlotte, North Carolina. And TV Deeds posted this where it says spotted Wendy, Mia, Jazzy, Karen arriving in Charlotte for the cash trip, hashtag RHOP. And you know what? Shouts out to Wendy. Today is her 40th birthday. I saw a cute picture of her in white as her birthday, what's it called? Her birthday photo shoot. She looked pretty, like really pretty. I thought she was a little bit older than that. Maybe, I don't know why I assumed she was like 44 or something, but she looked good, so it don't really matter. But yeah, I think I also saw that Kiana is down in Charlotte, as well as Ashley and Giselle. So everybody seems to be there. I haven't seen a picture of Stacy, but if Stacy is full-time, then more than likely she's there. But I wonder why they are in Charlotte. Mainly because I'm like, Charlotte is not like a boring place. Like, there is things to do in Charlotte. As someone who went to undergrad in Greensboro, North Carolina, that's about like an hour and 15 minutes away from Charlotte, and me and my friends would go to Charlotte when they would have like festivals or like different like concerts or things of that nature. There's things to do in Charlotte, but I feel like this group is not a fun group, because even with like them going to like Miami, they made Miami seem so like depressing. Then we have them going to Austin, and I'm like, this looks lame. Y'all were doing chicken, like poop bingo. And like, I feel like you could have made that fun. Like, they didn't make it fun. Like, and maybe it just might be like the animal person in me. Like, I wouldn't have wanted to be in there, but I was like, if we're going to be here, I'm going to have fun. And it didn't even seem like they were having fun until like the end, when it seemed like it was time for them to go. So I wonder what they're going to be doing down in Charlotte, and if it's like going to play like a pivotal role in like the season. Because Austin kind of played a role, but not really. Like, Miami played a role in season 6. Was that 6? No, season 7. Yeah, season 7, because we had the huge fight between Mia and Wendy. But then season 8, it really didn't play a big role, other than we got Robin crying on the side of the road. So I wonder if like Charlotte will play a big role, like if something big will happen, you know what I mean? But as much information that's being leaked about the season, we'll find out why they in Charlotte here soon. So let's move on to our next topic. So the next thing I want to talk about is Real Housewives of New York, and we going back. So I want to talk about Bethany Frankel, and I also want to talk about Sonia Morgan. So first up, Sonia Morgan. So it looks like Sonia Morgan's townhouse has officially been put up for auction, and currently the highest bid right now is $4 million. So let me play that video for you guys.
This Upper East Side townhouse is for sale, but if you want it, you'll need your competitive juices flowing. It's not a normal sale, it's an auction. This 4,500 square foot home was previously listed for $7.5 million. There were no takers, and now it's up for a bidding war. The auction has already begun. Currently, the highest bid is at $4 million. And listen, if you want to participate in the fun, you still can. The bidding doesn't end until May 29th. In order to verify all bidders, you'll need to put a deposit down for $100,000 just to participate. The home feels massive. There's 5 floors, and that doesn't even include the basement. And don't worry, there's already an elevator to help you get upstairs. For more info on the auction, don't be afraid to reach out.
So I brought you this video because when I saw the video, I just said, wow, an end of an era. And it really is an end of an era. Like, so much happened in that townhouse. So much like drunken filled like pooping on yourself on with wearing an adult diaper type of energy has happened in that house, that I'm just like, wow, it's an end of an era. I hope Sonia is doing okay. I know normally when they auction off your house, doesn't that mean like the bank seized it? But the last thing I heard about Sonia is that she was on Ultimate Girls Trip. I think that was like the 4th season, because it was New York edition, like RHONY Legacy. And I think she also did like a show with Luann. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the RHONY Legacy Ultimate Girls Trip, and I didn't watch the show that she did with Luann, but I hope she's doing all right. Now, like I said, I wanted to talk about Bethany. This is the video that actually like prompted me to really talk about it, and I didn't get the video because Bethany irritates me. But I saw this video, and after that video was posted, there was another video posted about Bethany, where Bethany was basically like up in arms because she's in Chicago, I guess, right now, and she wanted to go shopping at the Chanel store. And the doorman basically cracked open the door and asked her, like, hey, do you have an appointment? And I'm paraphrasing her words, but she was like, no, I don't have an appointment. She was like, but I have like a credit card, and like, why y'all not letting people in? And the guy was like, because we're only doing appointments only. Well, they didn't let her in, and she has made 2 videos about how she felt disrespected and all of this stuff. And I think what annoys me about Bethany is, like, I used to really like Bethany. When I tell you, it was to the point that I was watching her specials. Like, I watched Bethany Ever After, where she got pregnant and she got married. And I don't really even watch the specials that come on from Atlanta. Like, I didn't watch Teresa's special. I didn't watch Candy getting married. I think the only other special I watched was Nene getting married. But other than that, when they have specials, I don't really watch them. But I really liked Bethany, so I watched her special, and it's like, wow, how the mighty have fallen. Because if you would have asked me years ago who was in my like top 10 Real Housewives faves, I would have had Bethany in there. Now, no. Like, I can respect what she gave the franchise, but she is so insufferable. Like, that lady always wants to be oppressed. Like, I understand you being angry about not being let into a store, but there was no need for you to make a video about how you felt disrespected. On top of that, everybody in the comments were like, girl, that's like a very expensive part of town. There are a bunch of other stores you could have went to if they didn't let you in. And then another person was like, also, there's been like a very high crime rate, so that's why they've been doing appointments only. But she felt like the guy could have been nicer to her, and I was like, no one has to be nice to you. He did his job. You didn't have an appointment and you weren't let in. Let it go. And I think what really turned me off from Bethany, because I really I liked her attitude in the beginning. I also liked how like we saw her company turn into what it is today. But she wants to be an underdog and an alpha at the same time. But it's like, things don't work that way anymore, girl. You are an alpha. You're rich as hell. Like, people aren't going to sympathize with you in the way that you think they should anymore, girl. And it's like, a lot of things you say, or a lot of things that you are saying, like you have issue with, is because you feel like you've been treated wrong, when honestly people are treating you accordingly. Like, I will never forget that one video she posted to TikTok when she brung all her makeup, I think, to like Ross or somewhere, and expected them to take her makeup, and they told her no. And she was like so offended, and the person was like, we can't take used makeup, like that's a health hazard. And I was like, yeah, lady, what are you, she get on my nerves. But I just wanted to get that out. But let's talk about Beverly Hills. So like I said, let's talk about Beverly Hills. So it looks like we have the official cast for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So it's going to be Garcelle, Sutton, Kyle, Dorit, Erica, Kathy Hilton, and Jennifer Tilly will be friends, and the newest housewife will be Bozoma St. James. And she even posted on her Instagram, it's a really cute photo, and it looks like a magazine cover saying there's a badass in the house. So, and it has a diamond after it. So like, she's gonna be a part. Now I am curious because Jamie Lee Curtis said her friend Amanda was going to be a part of it. So I wonder if she's going to be in the show like very sparingly. And I guess TV Deeps was correct about Eva LaRue not being a part of the show. But I'm kind of curious what this cast will bring us, because it's not giving like we're going to be having like a lot of discourse. You know what I mean? because a lot of people have said that Bozma is very like down to earth and very like kind, based off of like her, like people that follow her and love her. So I don't think I don't think she's gonna be really arguing with the girls like that. But I wonder where the like drama's gonna be. Like, you know, we have Dorit, we have Kyle. I think they're not even going to press Kyle about her marriage anymore. Maybe they might press Dorit, but I don't think so. Because Garcelle and Sutton, I've seen articles where they both were like, they feel bad that like their relationship is deteriorated. Like, you know, PK and Dorit's relationship is like deteriorated, but they're also kind of like, everybody knew what was up. Like they're not surprised that they're separated. Maybe Dorit might have issues with Erica Jane, but honestly, who knows? They just started filming. But I am interested to see what kind of mess is going to be brought that season. So the last thing we're going to talk about is Brandi. So y'all know Andy got investigated by this third party source that basically said there was no substantial evidence to prove that he did any of the things or that he was guilty of any of the things that he was being accused of. And Leah and Brandi's lawyers came out saying that it's kind of suspicious that y'all are releasing this information before this huge like advertising conference that Bravo is putting on to get advertisers to, you know, stay invested in the company. Well, Brandi took to her Twitter on Monday and said this: "I beg of you, pay attention. Bravo hired an outside firm to investigate their own wrongdoing and surprise, found themselves not guilty. I myself have done an investigation and the verdict is that Bravo is guilty. Don't let yourself be brainwashed by the BS headlines. Please stay smart." Now, here's the thing. I don't negate what Brandi is saying because look, we see all the things that has happened to P. Diddy. It's like every other day somebody is coming out with a horror story about how that man has done them wrong. But I also find like I can't get all the way behind Brandi because I promise you, had Brandi been able to still be on the show and this situation had never happened, she would not be acting like this. Like, Brandi doesn't give me that like she's standing up for all the reality TV stars. Brandi is giving me, I am disgruntled because you guys discarded me and I've given you so much. And in that regard, I understand her feelings, but I really don't think she's going to be fruitful. I really don't think I feel like she's fighting a losing battle. She might get a little bit of money, but it's probably not going to be what she truly wants from the company. I can see them sliding her a few dollars to make her go away. But honestly, if I was her, I would try my best to salvage my reality TV career if it can be salvaged, and maybe create a hard-hitting podcast. I know she has a podcast, but I hardly hear anyone talk about it. Or try to be like all the other people who, you know, are no longer a part of reality TV. Try to get on other reality like game shows or other reality TV shows. Possibly work with another network like E or VH1, maybe WeTV or TLC, or try to get on somebody's streaming app. There's so many other avenues that Brandi could go that I feel like solely focusing on this lawsuit will probably not be good for her, because it's like you're going up against a giant. And I don't think you guys have anything, because I feel like if Brandi's lawyers truly had something, they probably would have threw it out there. Like, they probably would have, if they had damning evidence, I feel like it would have been thrown out there already. And it hasn't been. Like, I really think her story about Andy being on the phone with her in FaceTime and saying that, you know, that the sexual stuff, which was wrong. Like, I want to make that clear. That was wrong. Even if it was a joke or not, she's your employee. You don't joke with her that way. I think that is all they had. And it wasn't enough for people to be like, okay, Brandi, we get where you coming from. But I just wanted to bring y'all that update. So you guys, that's all I got for you. Remember to be bravely authentic, and definitely hop down in them comments below and share your thoughts with me about the things that I have discussed. And I'm out, y'all. Deuces.